Miles Morales is headed to PlayStation 5, DC Films is having its own Comic-Con this year, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3 might start production without Tom Holland? What the what? What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here with your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com, and it looks like we might finally be getting back into the swing of good news and exciting stuff being ahead in a year where we can all very much use just that. Lots happened, so let's jump in. First of all, the console wars are heating up, and right now there is a clear leader. Listen, I woke up on Thursday a big Xbox guy. The controller is superior and the interface from the home menus is exponentially better, but PlayStation has Insomniac and Naughty Dog making some of the best exclusive titles like Spider-Man, Uncharted, and The Last of Us. Well, the PS5 just revealed itself, literally, and this thing looks like a futuristic thing of beauty. They took the shell of Tom Cruise's house from Oblivion and stuck a game console inside of it, and it actually looks pretty cool.
You know where we're going.
Even better, the titles. Not only are we getting a new Ratchet & Clank game, but a whole entire Spider-Man Miles Morales game is headed to the PS5, and the trailer for this is enough to make even the biggest PS hater admit it looks dope. This seems to be a sequel to the Spider-Man game we already know you loved, but no official word just yet. Either way, it looks dope. To recap, this means 2020 will now have a Miles Morales game, The Mandalorian Season 2, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, PS5, Xbox Series X, Wonder Woman 1984, and Black Widow. Doesn't say much at this point, but the best of this year is still to come.
Fingers crossed.
Also coming this year, a DC Films virtual Comic-Con. Warner Brothers is going to skip the Comic-Con at Home thing, which the team behind San Diego is trying to put together, and do their own DC Fandom, which will be a 24-hour event on August 22nd to take a look at the future of all things DC. This could mean looks at the Batman, the Suicide Squad, and maybe even Zack Snyder's Justice League. The slate for DC is pretty packed ahead, so maybe we'll go as far down the line as Black Adam, if The Rock can fit himself into a Zoom frame.
He's so big!
There's a rumor going around this week that Matt Reeves is going to recast yet another actor to play the Joker in his Batman trilogy, debuting the DC Comics villain in the second of his 3 films. At this point, it's starting to feel like more actors have played the Joker than haven't, but since it feels like the Batman is launching the most complete and fully realized Batman Gotham world we might ever see on the big screen, I'll allow it. In fact, I'll allow literally anything Matt Reeves wants because he's an amazing director. On the Marvel side, it's been mostly quiet other than the news of Evan Peters appearing in WandaVision for a brief but key role slipping out last week. A confusing headline came out claiming Spider-Man 3 might start production without Tom Holland, but that doesn't mean panic. It means Tom has to finish filming Uncharted, and John Watts and the Spider-Man crew can just schedule production around scenes which don't have Peter Parker in them to be shot first. This movie is scheduled for November of 2021. They have to get started.
Come on, man, time is money.
More good news, The Mandalorian Season 2 is on schedule for its debut in October of 2020. That's this year, and it might even drop early to take advantage of the content drought we're currently living in, especially considering The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to come first with an August launch, but that looks less and less likely with every second that goes by and the show doesn't resume production. The Mandalorian wrapped its second season's production in February.
Release the Kraken!
Production officially began on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2, and I'm still crossing my fingers they find a way to put John Boyega as a character in this movie after Phil Lord said he would be proud to work with the actor who spoke up at the Black Lives Matter movements in London. I'll watch John Boyega in pretty much anything. I like him as a person and an actor, and I'm a huge fan of Phil Lord's work, so this really could be...
It's perfect.
Artemis Fowl is available on Disney Plus now, and I'll be honest, it's not very good, and it might have saved itself from some box office embarrassment by dropping on Disney Plus instead of in theaters. And since options are limited, you might just watch it anyway, and that's fine. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I had the chance to talk with director Kenneth Branagh, who was an absolute pleasure to speak with. He's not much like his Gilderoy Lockhart character from Harry Potter at all, really. I asked him for his thoughts on Thor's journey in the MCU, seeing as he directed the first Thor movie, and here's what he had to say.
If you build it, they will come, and somewhere at the center of it, we got something right that allowed the characters to fly. But I'm so happy that we had that sort of dynastic saga at the middle of the first one, you know, where it was a lot of, you know, kind of innate personal family drama. I've got a lot of favorite moments in that movie that sort of you know, headed into other kinds of directions, often very funny ones. But I think we were right to do what now seems, you know, a very distant world. When that movie was made, the tonal challenges of that film in the new burgeoning Marvel universe was so immense. How do you find the way to let that one live in that first tier of 4 movies? It was the most extreme. You know, we'd already had the brilliance of Robert and John's Iron Man. You know, you had the first of the Hulks that hadn't quite worked as they hoped, and before Captain America, we had to find the one with the guy with the blonde hair and the rainbow bridge. That was always going to be tricky.
Just as charming as old Gilderoy Lockhart, huh? That's your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at BrandonDavisPD because I'm going to pour myself a heavy drink this weekend, and you never know which set visit I might end up spoiling. Plus, I'm halfway through watching The Office for the first time in my life, so you should be jealous of my authentic reactions because you already saw it. For more news, head over to Comicbook.com. I'm BD. I'll see you there.